What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy, aka Benny P here, with another Minecraft 1.14 plus video, Bedrock version. Alright, today we're going to talk about this industrial sized cow farm slash sheep farm slash pig farm. Should work for all the variants. You can see right now we have some baby cows down here. We have a bunch of adult cows up here. If I flip this lever, you can see they shift back and forth. And this is going to allow us to feed all of these adults at the same time. And these little flying mechanisms down here are going to shoot out the babies into the front. The baby's going to fall down here, so let's just show you how that works right now. Just going to take some of this wheat with me. And if I start feeding these guys, you can see they'll start getting hearts and start breeding. And I'm just going to go down the line and keep feeding these cows as I go. You should see they all get hearts. And then you can see we get babies coming down. And they're going to flow down and fall into our little trap. So that is basically the whole farm. And again, what's allowing us to do this is we're ticking these sticky pistons with honey and slime blocks next to each other. And that's allowing us to move these guys back and forth. And if I turn this off, you'll see they all stop. And then they kind of get bunched up a little bit, but you can fix that by going back and forth. And you'll see they both get back in their rows of twos, and it's perfectly fine. And you're also getting XP for breeding the babies. So then we can just stand here and watch. I believe in Java it's like 5 minutes till you can breed, but it seems a lot faster in Bedrock. So if you're doing this in Java, you may want to just go do something else and wait 5 minutes. If not, see, boom, just popped in feed. So I'm just going to flick this lever again. I'm going to feed these guys, and then I'm going to go down the line and feed these guys. I'm going to go down the line and feed these guys. And you just go straight down the line, feeding your cows as you go. And you're going to get all these babies all at once, falling down. And we're just piling them down here in this trap. Somehow a baby clipped out. Not really sure how that happened. Yeah, that's the first time of hours of testing that I've seen that happen. So, if you guys figure out why that's happening, you can comment down below and give me some pointers on how to fix that. But that's literally the first time I've seen a baby get out of there. So, interesting. Anyways, let's continue with the farm. So, pop that, and then go left and right with your wheat to get these guys back into position. And boom, back in their 2 rows. And then again, like I said, you can sit here until it says feed, and then feed them. So, what are you going to need for this build? First off, there's 2 different components. There's the whole, this whole section where we're ticking the sticky pistons with the slime and honey blocks, and everything's moving and moving the cows back and forth. And then these 2 pieces of obsidian that allow that to slide back and forth under it. And then this whole chamber that flows the babies down here. And then this chamber that drops them into our trap. And then there's this section down here that shoots out lava in certain timed intervals. So if I push this up, you'll see lava comes out, and then immediately after that it goes away. And then at that same interval, it's going to come back and go away. This will work if these guys eventually grow up, and then you're going to get cooked meat inside of here, as well as their leather. So you're going to get their cooked beef and their leather. But another way to do this is, if you don't want to do this whole circuit down here, and this is actually the better way, is if you come down here and wait till they grow up, and then use a looting 3 fire aspect sword, you're going to get the cooked beef, and you're going to get more of the cooked beef and more of the leather. So really the best way to do this is, if you're late game and you already have a really good sword, I would get rid of this circuit altogether. But I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to make it anyway. So if you do want to build this early game and you don't have a super sword yet, and you just want to get, you want this to work while you're just walking around your base, I wouldn't turn this circuit on until after you're done breeding. Go do something else in your base where you're pretty close. Allow these guys to grow up, and then when you get done breeding and they're all in the section, flick this lever, walk away, do whatever you're doing, let the babies grow up, and they will die in the lava. So let's talk about what you're going to need for this build. So everything you're going to need is in this box. You're going to need 12 honey blocks and 9 slime blocks, or vice versa. Either way you want to do this. I assume it might be a little easier for you guys to get honey blocks, but you do need the alternating ones because you're going to need 3 in each of these little sections that I'm doing. So make sure you alternate these with honey and slime. Then you're going to need 7 sticky pistons, 18 redstone, 1 redstone torch, 1 redstone repeater, an obsidian, 14 obsidian blocks, 17 trapdoors, whatever variant you want, a water bucket to make the water sources. You're going to need a lever to turn this farm on and off. You're going to need glass, smooth stone, that's 2 chests, a hopper, an oak sign, and a bunch of building blocks, and some wheat. And that's pretty much all you need for this farm. So let's talk about building. So first thing I want to do is make sure we're far enough from this. So I'm going to go ahead and grab all the supplies we need for this first part, and then we'll come back for the rest later. Don't need these bottom ones are for the circuit that will cook the meat for you. So if you don't want to build that circuit, you don't have to. We're going to build the rest of it first to show you how to build this. So what I need right now is my water and my building blocks, and I'm going to have this end here. I'm going to bring this straight out this way, like this. So this is going to be our trough that comes all the way to the front, that drops those guys down. And then we want to make a separate trough here. And this should be 9 blocks long, I believe. So let's see. I just kind of guessed there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That should be perfect. So you can see if we put in our water here, it should go up. Nope, I was wrong. 1 more in. It should actually be 7 long. My bad. So you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 blocks on the inside. And then you'll see this water is going to run all the way down to there. And then when that happens, you want to break this out because you want to run a water stream up to the front. So then you're going to let this water go all the way to the edge here. That's where the edge is going to be. And we'll just dig down 2 blocks right here. That's where our killing chamber is going to be. So now we want to come out this way by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blocks because that's how many blocks the water source can run. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then just complete it all the way this way. Complete your other 8. And go ahead and encase that with blocks down the side. And then you're going to want to fill this inside part in. So actually, yeah, you want to encase all the way around the blocks. And then go ahead and go 1 higher all the way around the edge. And this is going to go straight into this water source. We're just going to do this all the way down. Perfect. Now fill in all of this. And you can cut this into the ground if you want to. The reason I'm doing it this high is because in super flat worlds I only have a certain amount of room. So I have to build it up on top of the surface here because I need to have enough room to put my hoppers and all of that stuff. So just a word, you guys can dig this into the ground and you can put your water sources in like this all the way down. Quick note, if you're doing this, just bring 2 buckets with you. And you can do this. You can, back to what I had before. You can actually put 1 here and then you can get infinite water sources from here. And then you can go all the way down like that if you have 2 buckets. So there's our water source there. Water source, excuse me. It'll go all the way to the edge, so the mobs are going to drop here, and then they're going to fall into this trough, and then they're going to fall here, and they're going to drop in this trough, and then drop to our killing chamber. So that's pretty much our mob collections section done. So next thing we want to focus on, let's look at the actual mechanism that is doing the pushing here. So we want to come up by one more here, all the way around. One more high so things can't get out of here. Go ahead and finish this off. And make this one more block taller. And then all the way down like that. Now, time for your sticky pistons. So, again, you need to leave a 1 block gap here. So you're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that's all of your sticky pistons. Then come in with regular blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, excuse me, don't put a block there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And finish it off with one more row. So that should give you what looks like this. You should have a 7 by 3 platform. And then now you're going to add in your slime blocks and your honey blocks. And we're going to start with honey blocks. 1, 2, 3. Slime blocks. 1, 2, 3. Honey blocks. 1, 2, 3. Slime blocks. 1, 2, 3. Honey blocks. 1, 2, 3. Slime blocks. 1, 2, 3. And honey blocks. 1, 2, 3. So now we need to think about our obsidian. Where are we going to place our obsidian? Because the reason we're placing obsidian here is so that these honey blocks can slide underneath this obsidian without taking it with us, because these pistons have a certain push limit and this keeps you from going over that push limit. Put a temporary block here, get rid of that, and then finish off your obsidian in the front. And you should have something that looks like this so far. 7 obsidian blocks there, 7 obsidian blocks in front of this sliding mechanism. So now, next thing you want to do is you want to take this all the way across and you want to encase this area all the way down like this, and then down each side. And in the front, we're going to add 1 block up and then call all the way down like that. So that's looking good. Now I would grab my trapdoors and just put your trapdoors laying down like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can finish this off with whatever block we want there and whatever block we want there. And then what I would do is start placing your trapdoors that you're going to walk on to feed these mobs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And now you could walk up here, and this is where you're going to be feeding your mobs at. So we don't have the redstone part hooked up, but that's fine. First, what I want to do is I want to encase all this stuff in our blocks and get that all done and dust it so our collection area is totally finished. So you want to complete this area like this, come up with blocks like this, wrap that around, and then do the same thing on this side, blocks like that, wrap that all the way around. And then now your collection area is completely finished. You shouldn't have to do any more work inside of there. Now you just need to add some glass into that. So grab your glass blocks, and doesn't have to be glass, could be any block you want, but I like to be able to see into the top of the farm like this when I'm standing up here. So I'm just going to lay in the glass like that all the way down. And then I also like to take glass from here because that's 2 high blocks, so our mob should definitely be able to get through there. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. And then just bring it straight down like this. And you can add in blocks here. You don't have to. You can add in blocks. You can see that I did add in those blocks here. They're not needed though, so for now we'll just leave it like this. So, again, that's our collection system totally done and dusted. The babies are going to drop down here, they're going to fall into this trap, then they're going to jump down here, and then they're going to fall into our killing chamber. So that is all we have to do there. So now I'd like to go ahead and work on the redstone. A couple of things you should think about here. I would probably go ahead and push these into just to make sure nothing clips out there. And maybe you want to put blocks here too to make sure nothing clips out, because we did see before in the last one, maybe this will help keeping those babies from clipping out. Alright, so now what we need to think about is the redstone now. So First thing I'm going to do is put in our mechanism to turn this on and off. So we're going to have a torch right here, or sorry, not a torch, a lever right there. And then we're going to bring some redstone. And we're going to drop the redstone straight back like this. 1, 2, 3. There. We're going to need another block right here. And go ahead and put your block straight behind your repeater, or sorry, your pistons. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Drop in all your redstone here, and then you want this redstone not to compete with that redstone, so just keep coming out this way. Make sure that this line does not connect to that line. Just do it like I'm doing, and keep working this all the way down to the ground, and that should be good for now. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put in our actual clock that's going to be affecting this. So put in a block like that, a block like this, 2 blocks here, break that one, single block there, 2 blocks here, break that one. You don't need these down here. We can connect this straight into this guy. Don't need that block, like this. Alright, then just run this redstone line straight into that block. And this is going to allow us to turn on this on and off this mechanism as we like. Place a redstone here, and then you're going to want to grab your repeater and your redstone torch. Redstone torch here. That will power those pistons. That will push everything out. Perfect. Nothing's sticking. Way to go. Pistons are working. And then you're just going to place in a repeater right there, and that's going to make this toggle back and forth. And that's exactly what we're looking for, this action right here, where this is toggling back and forth. If we flick this lever, that's going to power these pistons, or sorry, that's going to power this block and unpower the pistons, and that's going to make everything stand still. And that's what you want when you start loading your farm. Alright, so, trying to think of the next logical thing we could do here. So let's go ahead and put on our collection system. I think that's probably the next best thing to do. So for our collection system, we're going to have a double chest and a hopper. And you can expand the system however you like. I'm going to have to break this bedrock here, and then I'm going to put a piston straight into that block. Break that. And then this is going to be where we're collecting all of our items at that level right there. And like that. So, again, mobs are going to fall in this hole. They're going to fall down in here. We're going to have a 2 block fall for them. Doesn't matter, they won't take damage anyways, so it doesn't matter how short or tall that drop is. Let me grab a grass block just to fix these blocks that we've broken. So let's fix that one, and then fix these 2 for now. Okay, so now what do we do now? Now we need to make sure we close this off where nothing can get past. So we need to put a half slab here on the block above the chest. This is a top half slab, and then you're going to put a trapdoor right on top of that. And that is pretty much your killing chamber done. Now we're just going to bring the glass down. I'm just going to crouch place the glass on top of that, and then come all the way up with it like that. And now your kill chamber is done. If you don't want to do the automatic cooking part, and you just want to use your sword, then you're done. Then now this whole farm is done. All you need to do now is drop it in your cows and start breeding. So I'm going to show you how to do that first before we put in the cooking mechanism. So, how do you get cows in this farm? You're going to need some way to get the cows up here, some kind of ladder, and then lure them with wheat. But I will have a cow egg just to make this a little easier on myself, but I will show you how to breed them up. So as soon as you get, other thing, I would go ahead and when you're doing this breeding process, fill in these blocks, but you want to make sure when you come back to unbreak those. But when you're breeding, you don't want your babies to fall down, so you can break those out. Later on, you can actually even come this way, and you can break that block, that block, that block, and that block, because this allows the babies to fall out the side. But right now we don't want them falling out the side because we want them to stay in our system so we can breed up to the number we need. So we're going to put those blocks there for now. Temporary blocks until you get your whole farm and all of your cows grown, fully grown. All 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 cows fully grown. So you got your first 2 cows in here. Next step is to start breeding. So I would just breed those guys like that. And then if you have enough wheat, you can go ahead and get this guy full grown. And whenever these guys are allowed to breed, we're going to breed those guys. Alright, now we can feed. So we're just going to feed these 2 cows. We should get a baby coming. And then I'm just going to breed up this baby. Now once you have 4 cows in here, the process is going to go a lot faster because I can breed these 2. They're going to make a baby. I can get this guy all the way up to being an adult. And then we can wait for these guys to allow us to breed again. So that's the whole process you want to do until you have 14 cows in here. Right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm just going to put the rest of these in here for now. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and this is going to be 14. Let me see where I need to put them. Doesn't really matter. 14. Alright. So now once you've done this, I would say do that little trick I showed you in the beginning of the video. Run back and forth. Make sure you get them in rows of 2s. Perfect. Looks like they're in rows of... I may have one extra in here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Looks like I do have one extra. So that's fine. I'll just go ahead and kill this guy because we don't want any extra cows in here. We want exactly 14. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Update here. Don't put 14 in here, put 12 in here. That way they at least have enough room to get around and they're not all bunched up together. If you put 14, it looks like they get all stuck together and they don't allow babies to fall out. So 12 is the magic number. Even though we have 7 sections here, just go ahead and put 12 in here. If that guy grows up, you can see we can take our sword and we can just kill him. And then we should get, yep, looks like we got 3 leather and 4 cooked beef. So that's pretty cool. Let me fix, actually we want to leave that out for now. So now what I want to do is show you how to do the circuit for the auto cooker. So you're going to pick your, let's go ahead and grab the blocks from up here that we need from the shulker. So we're going to need the following blocks: 9 more redstone, 13 more repeaters, a bucket of lava, an observer, a dispenser, a lever, and the one thing I did leave out here is you're going to need 1 more sticky piston too. So at least 1 more sticky piston. We don't need this hopper. Alright, so now how do we build this system? So for now we can break this block here, don't need it. So I'm just going to place the dispenser looking this way, straight into me. And then what we're going to do is we're going to find where our dispenser is. So it looks like it's right there, so we want to power the block next to it. I'm just going to grab some of my building blocks. I'm going to put this there, and that's the block we want to power. So I'm just going to put blocks like this. So now I'm going to do a block here. 1, sorry, yeah, that might work. Let me look and see how I did it over here, sorry. Nope, we want to go in by a block. So we can put a block right here and then start digging this out. You're going to go 3 and then another block and then 3 this way and another block and then 3 this way and another block, and then you can clear out this here. Now this is the mechanism that's going to turn the circuit on and off. So what you need to do is put a sticky piston here. I like to replace this block. Flick that lever, flick it back, get rid of that for now, and then we're going to put an observer right here looking this way, sorry. An observer looking into this area, like that, no, almost, like this, and then blocks here behind the observer. So block, 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 and then redstone leading here. And then the next thing we need is a repeater. So we're going to put a repeater straight into this. And then you'll see what happens. For right now, I'll put my lever back in right here. You can see when I flick this, it's going to activate this, and it's going to push a redstone signal that way and push this block up. And that's what's going to start our circuit. So now let's put in our circuit. So I'm going to put these on 4 ticks here. This may vary for you, but this is the way I'm going to do it. So actually, I didn't even have to remove those, but let's do 1 tick here. Tick this one all the way up. 1 tick. Tick these all the way up. So continue that pattern all the way around. 1 tick. Tick these all the way up. 1 tick. Or sorry, 1 tick. Tick these all the way up. And that should leave you something that looks like this. So once you have that, put a redstone line here and another redstone piece there. This block's gonna charge this redstone, charge that, which in turn charges the dispenser. Now I would go ahead and drop your lava bucket in there. Lava bucket straight into here like this. And believe it or not, that is pretty much our circuit. Now this will work. The other thing I did was I ran a redstone line under here, under to this block, so I can flick it on and off from here. But if you don't want to do that, then your circuit's done. Also, make sure you turn this back off. There you go. Yeah, again, if you don't want to do that part, you're fine. Oh, the only one other thing we need to do is you actually want to have all the babies out of your system when you do this, because you're going to need to place a sign here as well. So get rid of all these babies, let them grow up, whatever you want to do. Do this before you put babies into the system. I was just showing you the guys the other way first. So take your sign, perfect, grab your sign, crouch, place your sign right there. And that's going to allow the lava to flow over it, not kill the babies, only kill the adults. So with that said, all this should be done now. If we flick this lever, we should see the circuit's going to go all the way around. It's going to turn the lava on. Then it's going to turn the lava back off. Now you can add back in your glass if you want. Just like this. But I'm actually going to leave that out so I can breathe these guys up and show you what's going to happen here. So flick that back off. That'll turn off the system. You got to do it on the right one so it actually turns this off. Make sure the lava actually goes off. If not, flick that lever one more time, real quick, back and forth. So now let's breed up these guys one more time, and let's show you what happens when that's done. So as soon as one of these guys grow up, we flick this circuit. I would let all these guys breed, fall into there. Just flick this circuit and let it run while you're doing other things in your base. And then you can see that it is going to kill that guy. And then we should get the drop straight into this chest. He's almost dead. There he goes. Yep, perfect. So you can see we got 1 less leather than we did before because we were losing looting before. Looks like we got the same amount of cooked beef. And we can just let that run until these babies grow up and they will all die, and then all your drops will go straight in that chest. So then just finish off your glass again here. And that is your farm all done and dusted. Again, breed as much as you want before you turn on the circuit. Go turn on the circuit, go do other things in your base, and let these guys grow up. And then when you come back, you will have some tasty beef and some awesome leather there waiting for you. So, I think there's a lot of cool things, a lot of implementations you guys can do with this. I'm excited to see how you guys use this in the future. But one more thing before we leave, I want to talk about how we could expand this farm. When you're doing this, go ahead and put a sign right here. That's going to keep that water from flowing this way. Yeah, we need to go up by 1 more. That's my bad. So place blocks back in here. You're going to need 1 ice block to continue this. So blue ice. We're going to grab that. Don't need our dispenser anymore. We're going to place that block right there. Break out that block. So now when we do our trough, these guys will be able to flow down this way and into our kill chamber. And that's what we want. So let's go ahead. I'm going to turn this circuit off for now. Let it run one more time. There we go. That should be off. Perfect. Alright, so now, just like we did before, we're going to build up this platform all the way down. Boom, 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 boom. And then that'll flow straight into there. And then we need a water source here to run all the way down that way. And now we can actually knock out this part of the wall here and add in one more water source. And I'll show you why we do this here in a second. Get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. Put one more water source right here. Looks like it already did it. Straight into that. Okay, so now how do we expand this part? So actually all you need to do is go ahead and break these blocks. You can break these blocks safely. No cows are going to come out. Nothing bad's going to happen. And then continue to run this all the way down. All the way down. Like that. Put your sticky pistons. So start placing in your sticky pistons right here. All the way down like this. Yep, leave one gap there. Perfect. Bring this all the way up to the glass height. Like that. Knock out these blocks. Okay, now this is where it starts to change a little bit. You need to grab your obsidian again. Make sure you put obsidian all the way down again like we did before. Down to there. Replace this block with obsidian. Down to there. And then you're just going to alternate all the way down again. So we're going to grab our slime blocks and our honey blocks. So there's honey there, so we need slime, slime, slime. Honey, honey, honey. 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 Perfect. And then same thing we did over here. You're going to line here all the way down. Bring that all the way down this way. One quick note from earlier, make sure you break out these blocks when you're done breeding. So make sure you break those blocks. Yep. So we're going to put them back in for now because we need to breed the rest of this. Just continue your blocks all the way down. All the way down like this. Put in these two blocks again so we can breed the rest of these guys up. Did this part wrong. Bring that all the way down like this. And get rid of that block. Grab your trapdoors. Like so. Place those guys all the way down. And then you can place them all the way across like this. Here. And then there. Alright, so fill this block in here. Put that temporary block back in. Alright, so now we can break out these two blocks here because we should have it ready for the rest of our guys. And we're going to put in, looks like 12 more, I think. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times 2 is 16, so we're going to put in 14 more cows because we want to leave one extra one. So I'm just going to break out these blocks. And we're going to put in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 more. Perfect. Now all we have to do is continue and finish up framing all this up. I would say go down here and make sure you break these blocks, these temporary blocks, once they're all grown up. Perfect. And then these temporary blocks. Perfect. So now the babies can fall at the side easier. And then all we need to do is finish framing this in. This side's already framed in. And then put in our glass. So let's grab our glass like this. Glass here, all the way down. Perfect. So now you have, I believe, 26 pairs of cows in here. So now our farm can just continue running the way it was running before. Alright, so yeah, that works. All you need to do is put a line all the way straight down this way, back into the rest of your pistons. You don't need a repeater yet, but if you try to do this further, you're going to figure out how to put in a, you're going to have to figure out how to put in a repeater and keep going. I probably would never go larger than what this farm is right now. You can see sometimes we'll get one stuck here, but it's fine because they'll flow in, and when other babies come in down here, they're going to push that baby down. Alright, so let's get these guys all lined up again. I'm just going to do a quick run back and forth to get them kind of lined up in their twos again, all the way back down here. Get these guys coming this way. Sometimes you may even need to jump up here. Perfect. Alright, so now let's start breeding again. So we're going to flick this leather. We're going to breed all the way down. And we'll see all the babies falling straight into the system. Let's make sure I got these guys over here. And you'll see they'll fall in here. They're going to go down. They're going to knock into each other. And they're going to slide all the way down this way. It's fine if we get one baby stuck there. Not a big deal. The next babies will come through and knock him through. And then he's just going to fall straight down. And you can see we're getting some of them clipping out. I think maybe because of the force. But yeah, there's still a little bit of bugs to fix with this larger version, but it's definitely possible to keep going and make even more slots here. So you may want to stick with this version if you're not sure that you can handle all of these guys. You can see maybe some are clipping out too. So this is probably the safer version to do, but if you want to push the limits, you can keep going this way and see if you can make it more efficient like this. So that is pretty much it for this video, guys. This is my new cow farm concept. Please come in, leave comments, let me know what you guys think, how you can improve it. Let me know what you guys want to do with these mechanics, because it seems like we can do a lot of cool stuff with it. So thank you so much for watching this video. I've been aka Benny P, and I hope you guys had a great day and will have a great day. Thank you so much for stopping by. Please leave a like, a comment, let me know how I did, and use these farms to your advantage. Thank you so much. Bye, guys.